Hey guys, Pat Tokuyama here. Today I wanted to review some of my favorite tools that I use for my live streaming and video production. So now we'll go ahead and talk about the X Cast here. The X Cast is the device that I have underneath the Ninja V recorder. So it has these buttons right here. And this is what I'm using right now to stream this video. So this plugs into the expansion module of this is the expansion module of the Ninja V. All you have to do is plug it in and then you screw it on top. It feeds the power into the device here. So there's a switch there. There's 4 HDMI inputs in the back. There's a program out, which is a HDMI out. If you want to use your different monitor to preview your stream or to see the program itself. And then here is the USB-C cable, which is the method that I'm using to stream this video right now. I bought that cable after I ordered it because the cable that it came with was a little bit short. So if you need a longer cable, that might be something that you'll need to do. But as far as using this device, it does exactly what it is advertised to do. I think when it first came out, there were some issues with the device and people weren't able to use it, at least to the full extent that it was supposed to be used. And so there were a lot of complaints. But I think at this point in time, everything has been resolved and it works flawlessly. So some of the pros and cons for this thing, I think the 4 inputs in the back are fantastic. The HDMI inputs. You have 2 outputs as well, or options for outputs. One is the pass-through for the Ninja itself, as well as the preview and program output in the back, like I showed you. So it's currently not being used, but there's another HDMI out there, as well as the USB-C, which is plug and play. So that's the 3rd pro. You can also add picture-in-picture, as well as overlays, and use it as a switcher, which is what I've been doing during this stream. Of course, right now it's picture-in-picture. If I wanted to take that away and just have myself talking, I could do that. Again, if I just wanted to switch the different camera angles, I can do that as well, all at the click of a button. You don't have to worry about using software on the computer, which I think helps to simplify things. It also works as a recorder, so that's the 5th pro. It's always good to have a backup, especially when you're live streaming, because you never know when things might go wrong. For example, I've had cameras die, battery went out, or the audio wasn't recording on one of the cameras, and it's always good to have a backup. So if you wanted to record this, all you have to do is hit the record button, for example, and then you can see that there's a red frame around the device, and now it's recording. And of course, I'm recording in my video software as well. So those are 5 of the pros. Some of the cons: this only outputs 1080p, unfortunately. It would have been nice if it had 4K output, like the Camlink that I just reviewed previously. But 1080p is sufficient, I think, for most people at this point in time for streaming. These buttons, while they seem simple, they're not always intuitive. It does take a little bit of practice to get used to what it is that each button does. Even after reading through the manual, which is great, they have good documentation for how everything's supposed to be used. I think it does take a little bit of getting used to if you are new to it. And also, the 3rd con, I would say, is that the output, for whatever reason, doesn't show on some monitors. I think my monitors are a little bit older. For some reason, sometimes the HDMI out on the Ninja or the program out on the X Cast doesn't show on the monitor. For example, I got a portable monitor last year for travel, and I thought I'd be able to use it as an extra to monitor my live streams, but it can't read the signal. It just says signal undetected. So that's something to consider as well. And then the last con, like I had mentioned before, is that the USB-C cable that it came with was a little bit short. Not really a deal breaker, but it would have been nice if they had a longer cable. So overall, in summary, I would say the Ninja V monitor as well as the AtomX Cast in combination is a fantastic way for somebody who has multiple cameras in their video production setup and wants to simplify some of the different aspects of that live stream with a device that has buttons as well as recording functionality. Those are the main reasons that I purchased this, and so far very happy with it, and hopefully that is helpful to you if you are considering this as well.